So comfortable, I got to tell you the truth about you. Let me tell you something. It takes courage to tell the truth to you about you. It's easy to tell the truth about somebody else, but to actually look at you and deal with you. Matter of fact, if I want to have folks shouting in a sermon, all I got to do is talk about other folks' sins. But now if I get in your Kool-Aid, if I begin to call out your flavor, all of a sudden I'm meddling. All of a sudden I'm messing with you. I'm simply trying to say it takes courage to face the truth about yourself. And whatever else I've discovered when I come to church on Sunday, I want God to tell me the truth about me. I ain't coming here to see what you doing. I don't care who's zooming who. I don't care what you wearing. I'm trying to get my life together. I'm trying to get my act together. I ain't tripping on you. I need God to tell me about me. And so, Shakespeare, to thine own self be true. And it must follow the night as the day. Thou canst not be then false to any man. Ooh, you're going to shout about that in a second. Freddie Haynes remix. Be true to you, or you're going to be false to everybody else. But once you are true to yourself, you live your truth even around false people. Because I ain't gonna let your falseness compromise my truth, because my truth is what sets me free. So you can be false all you want to, but because I know who I am and whose I am, I'm gonna live in the power of that truth that sets me free. And some folk ain't free because they are living a lie. Here it is. If the truth sets you free, a lie will lock you up. That's another tweet right there. I'm giving y'all some good stuff. I'm telling you. And so watch the text. The text says that Jesus tells them the truth about themselves. He says, oh yeah, you rich. You think you rich, but you ain't about nothing. And here's what will get you. He says, what really messes me up about y'all is that y'all are lukewarm. You ain't hot, you ain't cold. You lukewarm, and you done turned me off. Okay, let me give it to you like this. I've heard this text preached like you have. Every time I heard it preached, the preacher used hot, lukewarm, cold as spiritual barometers. Spiritual barometers. But that's because they were looking at the text through a Eurocentric Western lens. I'm preaching, huh? I really am. And so watch this. To understand any text, you've got to get the context. And when you look at the context, I got to give it to you. Laodicea was located between Colossae and Hierapolis. Hierapolis, watch this, was a city that had a whole lot of earthquakes, a lot of seismic activity that had created vents in the ground. The vents in the ground then came up, bubbled up to the surface with hot springs or hot water. And people came from far and near to bathe in the hot springs. It reminds you of Hot Springs, Arkansas. And so they would go to Hierapolis, which was very close to Laodicea. But then on the other side of Laodicea was Colossae. Colossae was known for its refreshing, cool, even frigid waters. And so it had cold water, and people came from far and near either to drink the cold water and be refreshed, or to jump into it and experience the invigoration of the cold bath. And so here you have Hierapolis over here, known for its bubbling hot springs. Here you have the Colossae cool waters here. But then in rich Laodicea, with all they had going for them, a textile industry, with all they had going for them, pharmacies and eye doctors, with all they had going for them, they did not have hot water, they did not have cold water. And so they tried to pipe the water in, but by the time the water got to them, it was lukewarm, and it was so lukewarm, it was nauseating. And so when Jesus says, I want you to be hot or cold, he's saying, here's the deal. Cold ain't a bad thing because in both instances, the cold water is good for something other than itself. The hot water is a blessing to those who come, but the lukewarm water, it makes folks sick because it's just about itself.
Friendship West Baptist Church.